Okay, let's talk about the phrase that goes along the lines of there must be a full moon, or it must be a full moon, or there's a full moon, stuff like that. Uh, Basically, sometimes with a full moon and sometimes not, there are certain things that go on, and sometimes it's just people attribute strange things happening to the full moon. But the full moon can affect certain people with, well, mental illness, especially serious mental illnesses, basically because of superstition. And they get superstitious, things go crazy. Some crimes go up during the night of a full moon, some don't. If you want to go into the history of the full moon, it could be tied. This is something that gets a little personal to women, but this could be an origin. A woman's cycle is 28 days, roughly, give or take, because they're not, it's not a clock. They're give or take. Things can happen. Anyway, cycle is about 28 days for a woman's cycle. Because 28 days is a woman's cycle, you also find 28 days is roughly what a lunar cycle is. So, that could possibly be why Luna means the moon, and that could possibly be why lunacy comes from the Luna, the moon. The word lunacy comes from the moon Luna, and it could be linked to a woman's cycle because of, was it premenstrual syndrome, I think, PMS, because a lot of times men, or at least today too, especially in the earlier days, where we didn't have the advanced medicine we have today, men would think women were going crazy. So the crazy was lunacy combined with the moon, Luna, combined with, the cycle of a woman, etc. So that could possibly be where the full moon came from, the superstition of the full moon, things are going crazy, because it could be linked to the moon's, the 20 days of the moon, linked to the 28-day cycle of a woman, linked to, to the moon, 20-day cycle of a woman, linked to premenstrual syndrome, PMS. So these are all hypotheses that of the origin of the name Luna, lunacy, the moon, and all that stuff, and where the thoughts of the full moon could be from. I'm also out of storage, where the full moon could be coming from. So, yeah, when people think there's a full moon, people can attribute crazy things happening to the full moon, even if it has nothing to do with it. But certain crimes do go up during a full moon, especially with the involving the mentally ill because of superstition affecting their mental illness. Like, for instance, Halloween. When Halloween comes around, crimes go up, especially with those involving mental illness because of the superstition. So, whether it's the psychology of you attributing something happening to something else, or you thinking something's going to happen and then it happens and contributing it to that, but that's where it must be a full moon, there's a full moon, etc., which means and also comes from, and what it means.